New model or is there any reference?
There are references. There are. This is my
Okay.
ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
The next speaker is Dr.P.Mariappan. The study of performance efficiency for Bank of India, the DEA Approach.
கீழே ப்ரெசன்டேஷன்ஸ்னு இருக்கு பாருங்க ஃபோல்டர். அதான்
Good afternoon, Chairperson, this evening. Respected professors and my dear student friends. So I'm Dr.P.Mariappan, working with the Bishop College. I'm from Tamil Nadu. The title of this paper is A Study on Performance Efficiency of Foreign Banks of India, a DEA Approach, Data Environment Analysis Approach. Okay, so before getting into this particular paper, I'd like to explain what the W applies to here. Right. So whenever if you want to compare anything, that we need a measure of performance of the particular item, right? So here, this particular analysis is used to study the performance analysis of any uniform item or any unique item. For example, industry can be compared with industry, the same industry. We can compare college, university versus universities likewise, right? That is the only condition. A uniform thing must be utilized. Okay. So, as a backup here, we have collected data from 2007 to 2012, right? Here especially we consider the performance of the foreign banks. So in India that we have 33 foreign banks, but here we have considered only 10 banks out of it because of non-availability of the required set of data is, okay? So here, this particular thing is what we have collected data on various variables. Note that this particular model we have gone for 24 different variables. We segregate as input as well as output, right? So to consider what are the variables are highly essential for analyzing purposes, we make use of regression analysis, that is correlation coefficient analysis, and we identify only 7 variables out of it, 4 plus 3, 4 input and 3 output variables are highly essential for the explanation purposes here. So what we did, so we have gathered for all the banks data right from 2007 to 2012. Then we have considered all the 7 variables. Based on the 7 variables, and we have gone for conversion into DEA modeling. That is basically based on fractional programming approach. So naturally, when you want to perform, when you want to analyze any kind of performance, we are looking for what? Output versus input. That is a basic concept here that we have utilized. We consider all the inputs and all the outputs necessary. Then we have gone for mathematical modeling. That comes up as a case of a fractional modeling, one of the model in operation research. Then what? For solving purpose, fractional programming problem, it is not possible for us to solve very immediately. That we have converted into a linear programming by means of a simple small assumption. So this entire model is based on Farrell 1957 and Charnes 1978 and Coprita in the year 2000. So here, a data analysis is a linear programming based technique, that's what we have discussed so far. So this technique aims to measure how efficiency a decision making units uses the resources available to generate a set of outputs. This is based on Charnes et al. 1978. So these are the various applications one can think of where you can employ DEA as a tool to measure the performance analysis. Where? And this is a structure that what we have right now in India, the different banking sectors. So we have studied all the 3 setups here. Provide public as well as foreign banks. So in this conference, I am going to present only things related to foreign banks, how they are performing, which bank is performing better. based on the data available for the 10 banks. So this is the thing that what we have discussed already, that the data is collected from between the year 2007 to 2012. Then the overall vision is going to be here. Our study reveals that only the Thai bank is doing better among the all the other cases here. This is a real literature. We have so many literatures available for this that only that I have listed only very few related to this particular thing. So here recently this number is reverted as 32. So out of 32 we have considered only with 10 different banks. So some of the famous banks that we have considered as HDFC, Citibank, ABN AMRO, etc. for this particular study. So as the data collection that we have considered the year between 2007 to 2012, right? So a selection of inputs and outputs are already discussed that we have utilized the analysis of correlation. So these are all the input and output variables that what we have considered here, right? So here what? We consider 10 foreign banks out of 32. Then 6 variables we have considered here. Period of study is what? 2007 to 2012. Then here we are going for 2 different cases. One is input minimization or output maximization. We consider here input minimization model based on the Chinese case here. Then it is what? Basically based on constant time scale as well as variable time scale. So constant time scale implies that what? So, there is no variation is allowed. Okay, input there is no variation in input as well as in output. Fixed input, fixed output. So when you are going for this variable time scale, what we assume that here, if there is a 10% variation in input and very similarly there is 10% variation in the output also. That is the basic assumption behind this particular model is concerned. So here as I stated, we have gone for fraction programming model that we are going to see one such example here. It is not possible for us to show all the cases. Right? So here that I was stated here, even though the package is available directly, that we have gone for mathematical modeling, converted into fractional programming, then it is converted into linear programming, that we have gone for using a Thora package for resolving it, for to get the output here, here. So here, this data is based on for American Corporation Bank here. So these are all the information available that we have taken from the respective websites of the particular bank is concerned. So these are data, overall cases here. So using this data information that we have gone for modeling, this is one such model. The auxiliary function refers what? Output versus input. Right? We have 3 inputs and 3 outputs. So because here the auxiliary function, we know very well basically linear programming takes account what? 3 characteristics. One is called the auxiliary function, then what? Set of conditions, then what? Non-negatory restrictions. So here we can look into the case here. For linear programming, we don't have any kind of fractional cases here. Okay, here what? We have fraction. So this model considers to be a fractional programming, right? So regarding even the constraints of fractional model here. So that's why it is called what? If either an auxiliary function or constraints are going to be fractionals, model is going to be a fractional programming model. So conversion is very easy here. So what we're taking here, not to put into a linear programming model, you consider the denominator of the particular auxiliary function, right? It is what? Something into x1 plus something into x2 plus something into x3. We consider that value as 1. So when the moment if you have taken that value as 1, your auxiliary function becomes what? Maximize something x4 plus something x5 plus something x6. Then we are taking that condition into a constraint. We have to say what? Something x1 plus something x2 plus something x3 equals to 1. We have to include as a one more constraint. In the case what? Your auxiliary function becomes a normal linear programming case. Likewise here in constraints, you can cross multiply and you can take all those in the left side. Then what? It becomes what? Your usual linear programming approach. So formulation is what? We are formulating into a fractional model, then it is converted into a linear programming model. This is a case of conversion to a linear model, right? These are the modeling cases here. So this is the final output. We have gone for what? For each bank we have constructed a fractional model converted to linear programming. We have gone for what? Using a package Thora that we calculate all the cases. So for all the 5 years that we have data here. So here, whenever what we say the performance, the efficiency score. The efficiency score is going to be exactly 1. If it is not, we conclude the bank is not performing 100%. That's the meaning here. So here to see the data. So first column covers what? All the banks in the year 2007 to 2008. Likewise, we consider for all the 5 years. Then the last column says what? The mean value of all the 5 years. Right? So among the cases, we can identify only current DOI bank having the value 1. The performance measure is what? All the cases 1. Okay, considered to be the best one regarding the input model concern. Then very similarly, we have gone for the other case. This is the description. So only one bank is better here among the 10 banks. So this is case what? Input analysis based on variable return to scale, right? So similarly, that we have framed all the fraction models and it's converted to a data programming. Then we have used the Torah package. Then we got the results. So here results shows what? So American Corporation, then BNP Paribas, then current DOI having the values 1. The remaining is not. Which means that what? In the previous model, the constant return scale only one bank is doing better. And here what? It is 3 banks. Then merging these two, we conclude our conclusion as this. So this is the overall case based on the ranking. This is the overall comparison. So this is based on constant return scale. This is variable return scale. We are going for finding an average. See, the only one bank is better. All the remaining thing is not. So for example, so here this is what? National Australia is doing what? 0.79 means what? They are doing the performance level is what? 79.88%. So still there is a backlog. So the last column says what? All the 10 banks were ranked based on the performance measure. So this is the overall summary as the table goes along. So among the 10 banks, only what? The Thai bank is doing better. So the remaining banks should take a necessary measure to improvise themselves. These are all the references that what we have gone through.
Thank you.
At the outset, I'd like to thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to discuss regarding my particular paper in the form of presentation of you. Thank you one and all. Any questions? Please?
What is your new contribution in this paper?
So in this paper, so far they have studied for only 1 year with one variable or 2 variables. So we have taken all the banks and all the possible variables based on the regression analysis purpose. That is the difference. Because by considering 1 or 2 variables, it is not. By considering only 1 year, we cannot perform the analysis of a particular bank. So we have taken variations. And also we have incorporated the year 2012 to 13. Once again, the only one bank is performing very well. Yes.
Out of 24 variables, you selected one
Yes. We do correlation analysis.
principal component and more technical. Which are the variables?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
वो apply करके भी आप
Yes, certainly. That I had a discussion because I'm being a mathematician as well as a management professor. That I had a chat with the managers how they are separating it. Then based on their input, there are one for separating input as well as output. And after that, yeah. After that I put it to our statistical analysis tool. Then I identified. Oh, thank you very much, one and all.
speaker is Dr.P.Mariappan.
M. Kameshwari.
Kameshwari.
Yes.
It's all right.
Dr. M. Kameshwari.
Yeah. So.
I use prototype productivity.